Winstanley. Welcome, Ms. Winstanley. Let me start first by asking you, according to the military information and according to the U.S. preparedness now in the sea and also in the air, what can now Washington achieve, especially through this military operation that was not achieved through negotiations, the previous ones and the new ones?
Thank you for having me. Well, clearly, first of all, President Trump wants to send a clear message of his seriousness of purpose. Certainly, the airstrikes that have been carried out by the United States and Israel have given the United States air superiority, have struck thousands of sites within Tehran, degraded their military capability and their navy, but insufficient to approach success with the goals that have been laid out at various times by the president. The three main ones, of course, is, de-escalating Iran's support for proxies, eliminating their uranium capability, the ability to make a nuclear weapon, and, of course, degrading their missile capability. Some of those can be pointed to as successful now, but certainly the uranium cannot be, and Iran has raised the stakes by threatening the Strait of Hormuz shipping. With forces, the United States is signaling that it may indeed be willing to have a ground invasion. There are several options that have been discussed in the last week or so that include taking Harg Island or having a smaller force come to try and confiscate the uranium within Iran, both of which are extremely difficult and likely to be high in casualties.
Ms. Winstanley, I'd like to ask you about the U.S. proposal now to Iran. Iran is seeing now that proposal as a surrender.
Well, no. Certainly, the proposal is very similar to what was on the table during the negotiations that ended in February, but with harder lines. They were talking about phased lowering of Iranians' nuclear enrichment, having a consortium perhaps cover it. But now in the 15 points, it is no enrichment whatsoever. So the U.S. position has hardened. The challenge, of course, is that Iran has given its own proposals, and there is wide gap between what the U.S. is asking for and what Iran is asking for. And what both sides are going to have to do is find something that overlaps, that entices the other to make the concessions needed to get out of this hot war and get on a clearer, cleaner diplomatic path.
Ms. Gina Winstanley, former U.S. Ambassador to Malta, thank you so much.
Thank you.